What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I see a lot of comments going back and forth about this whole short percentage. So I wanted to really talk about this. Um, yeah, I noticed that we are starting at the same time. He usually starts at 9, so I was a little surprised, seeing him start a little early. Short percentage is 15%. So look, this is where I'm getting a little bit, confused as to why we have different numbers. And seeing this on Wall Street Bets, I was doing a little bit of research in different areas, and the videos that I created were based on the 66% and 41% that you would see, or basically the Fintel data or the Wall Street Journal data. So it's a little bit ridiculous that we would have three different numbers here, and it makes me think that something's going on. FINRA is basically saying that it's 15% or 16% for AMC and 78% for GME, which means that, thank you for the shirt, friend shirt. I'm Matthew Perry, if you don't know. But yeah, I think it's because they're lying. I mean, I would agree. It's crazy to see three different numbers here. Well, technically six different numbers. So, you're looking at FINRA data, Fintel data, and also GME and AMC from Wall Street Journal, right? And the numbers that I pulled from were from Market Watch, and I would imagine they're from the Wall Street Journal information, because that's, they're spot on. 41.5 or 95% for GME and 66.06% for AMC. Now that's the numbers that I went off of, and I don't know, it seems like it may be realistic, but then again, how the hell do we know? So yeah, it's definitely difficult to take in. Make sure you hit that like button. We have 291 viewers. Please do so. To add the numbers together, we will have the short percentage. Add all of the numbers together, or you're talking about just like GME and AMC, and we'll have the short percentage for all of it? I called it. You called it, basically saying that the numbers will be different everywhere. So do we sell off? Um, I don't believe we do. For me, I'm still holding. You could see the positivity that's happening in both AMC and GME. It does have movement here for GME up to $51.99, $52 basically. You see the massive movement that you do see here. So yeah, throughout the rest of the morning, we need to see how this goes. But I think we should be able to see some positivity. Somebody pointed out in the chat that this is the first time in a long time, in I guess a week or so, maybe a little bit more, that AMC and GME are completely different. For every other day, they've been similar. So the fact that they're not similar makes me think that, the manipulation or less manipulation is happening. Because you see GME that's, a little bit different. You see AMC that's the complete opposite here. So GME is going down, AMC is going up. Obviously, they're getting to about the same percentage, but they're still moving in different directions. So somebody pointed this out, and I was really excited about this. Oh wait, you know what? The position on my screen. I always forget about this. Yeah, so here we go. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at. You can see the different positions here. GME is going completely, well, not completely. It's going downhill for the ultimate trend line, and then AMC is actually going up. So you can see the difference in the data, and that's what I like to see. I don't believe selling off is the right way to go. I do have two videos that got me. I do have two videos that I'm uploading today, one on AMC, one on GME, and my thoughts and predictions. So if you want to watch that, definitely watch that. Zom, I see a comment saying Zom is up. Zom is up 8% here, which is always good. I think they definitely have potential as you start to get into ZOM. So yeah, I would agree that they're definitely a play. But focusing on AMC and GME, are we going to see some massive growth here? I think we will see some people that buy with the fact that we have a lot of numbers that are different. Seeing those weird numbers is definitely something that I find as being kind of odd. The squeeze is not yet squoze. I think, in my opinion, I mean, I don't know what the right number is for GME, but if they're at 78%, that's still pretty high. If AMC, there's no way it's at 15%. That can't be possible. And looking at some of this data, let me this. Looking at some of this other data down here, let's bring this up. So yeah, I mean, looking at the short percentage, I mean, what is more realistic? What's the right number here? Do we consider that? Are we considering that one of these numbers is right, or what are you guys thinking? I don't think there's a threat of AMC being bankrupt anymore, since they paid off debt, and all they have to do is now worry about getting their theaters up and running, and they have enough money in order to get them through a couple more months, and they've been doing that. And I wanted to show a video today talking about, I guess it's the CEO, AMC CEO, that's breaking some things down. I think it was from like a couple of weeks ago, but it shows why I feel so positive about it. Yeah, I can definitely look at other things, but I really want to focus on AMC and GME right now. We can definitely dive into some other things because we have 2.5 hours. So don't think that it's all going to be on GMC and AMC. I just know that this has, this is what people want to hear about. I see it was 22% for Fintel AMC. 40% is a lot. Yeah, paid off debt, still bleeding cash like crazy. Immediate bankruptcy is off the table. You're right. The problem is that they just can't get people in theaters, right? Which is the case with a lot of, movie theater chains. Did I see that Long John Silver's tweeted that the squeeze is not yet squoze? I did not see that, but that's funny. I'm pretty sure it didn't. Um, yes, I can check all of these other ones. Yeah, when we're looking at AMC right now, I really want to know what everybody thinks about the short interest percentage. Do you believe that this is the right short interest percentage? Seeing maybe 41 or 42% here, or 44% for GME, or 78% for GME. 78% sounds amazing for GME, but 15% sounds horrible for AMC. And I guess some people are saying that it's 38% here, but 38% still seems too low. I thought AMC would be a lot higher. Here, open in areas. That's good. But yeah, I mean, like I said, today you can see the positivity that's going on with AMC and GME. So I think that with all of these weird numbers that we see here, 3 different numbers, or technically like 6 different numbers, we're going to be seeing some positivity because people are going to have their doubts. The issue with, can we grow that fast? I mean, the fact that we're holding so many shares makes no sense why we're even down here. So there's going to be a lot of people that are holding. Tilray is going off. Is it? Tilray is definitely going off. Wow. There's a lot of people that are interested in that. That is very interesting. I'll have to look at that a little bit later. You said you're holding regardless. What is the short interest? So if people are just getting here, it seems like that's the case. People are really just getting here. If you could hit that like button, push it above 200 likes. We got 700 people in here. That would be amazing. Yeah, you have kids. When they start saying different things different times, you know it's a lie. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, I really don't know what to think about this, because is one of these areas more updated than the other ones? Like, are we seeing more recent data with I don't know, Fintel? Are we seeing days that include February as well, or like what are we really looking at when it comes to all of this data? I would like to see all of them tie. When I'm working, at my job, I like to see everything tie, and if it doesn't tie, then something's wrong. But the two that are closest together makes me think that those are the right number. It's within that range. So that's why in my videos that I'm posting today, just posted at 7:30 about AMC, I talk about the fact that it's 66%. Everything that I see is positives around there, and all of that stuff. What's the short percentage for AMC? So we have all of the short percentages up here for AMC and GME. So take it how you want to take it. SNDL is going crazy. That's good. I'll look at that later. Nothing about AMC makes sense. Nothing about AMC and GME makes sense. I think they're hiding behind the fact that maybe they didn't cover all their shorts. Dude, you just talk shit about people that are invested in AMC and hope to get out? What? And you know that's not going to happen. I don't know. I don't know if you're talking to me or if you're actually directing that towards somebody else. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I heard that VW was a different situation, and it did squeeze at like 12%, but it was a different situation to where we have the people coming together versus, I believe it was like the business that they had, like people in the business that held shares. So I'm not 100% certain as to all of the details of that, but yeah, I know it was a different situation. 78% for GME is still very low, as they've doubled their shorts after the 29th. So well above 100 again right now. So you think that what they're doing is they're playing the time game. So basically around the 29th, they wanted to show low interest, as much low interest as they possibly could, which I don't know if that's a real way to say that, but they did that, and then they obviously doubled down on all these shorts in the last couple of days, 9 days, I guess 10 days, and the short percentage is a lot higher. That's a possibility, but then again, like, that's the thing about them reporting numbers later. It sucks to see that. Turn this down. You know what? I'll keep it up. That's fine. Yeah, I guess I agree with you there. All right. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Jack. It sounded like an older person's way of saying, like, what's up, Chief? What's up, Jack? Anyways. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Jack. I'm new to the market. I'm pretty sure you get that a lot. I'm new to the market. Before this craze, were the reports usually similar? Like the were the reports usually similar? I don't know, to tell you the truth. This is not something that I normally look into, but it doesn't help my my thought process with seeing different numbers. So I don't know if they are normally similar. If we could look at other examples and maybe come to a conclusion there, but like I said, it doesn't sit well with me when I see any reports that are different, unless they have different time periods. That's where I'll say, okay, it could be different, but I don't know if they're different time periods. It looks like a lot of them are based on this data from the 29th. So if they're all based on the same date, then it should be the same number, right? That's what I'm thinking. Thank you for the super chat, James. I appreciate that as well. But yeah, Jack, I don't understand. AMC Short Interest. It's up on the screen. So I have all of this up on the screen. You get 3 different numbers here. What stock scanner do you use, if any? I use the Fidelity scanner usually. Now I'm starting to get into the Webull scanner just to really get an understanding of how I can build something here. It is a little bit weirder. It is a little bit more weird to navigate through this. Yeah, it's definitely weird to navigate through this. I have to take some pieces out, but I have to really bring this to what I want to look at. But mainly I will use the Fidelity scanner, and because I normally trade in Fidelity, this is where I'm just getting used to the new Webull platform. So yeah, I mean, I'll use this eventually, but right now I still use the Fidelity scanner. And sometimes I'll use like FinViz as well. Do you think it's smart to double down to lower my initial costs at this point? I always think it's great to lower your initial costs, especially if you have a solid chance of increasing that price. If it is for the long term and you know that the price is going to increase, the company's undervalued, then yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. But again, I don't want to give you financial advice and then have you be scared with the amount of money that you could potentially lose. Because the more money that you add in there, it's bringing down your cost basis, but it also allows you to lose more money from where you are down a couple of dollars. So if you have 1,000 shares and you needed to get your cost basis down and you wanted to invest another 1,000 shares, instead of losing $1,000 every dollar that it goes down, you're now losing $2,000 every dollar that it goes down. So definitely, weigh your options there. Dad joke alert. How do you weigh a millennial in Instagrams? That's funny. That's a good one. It's pretty good. Let's see. The short float percentage is the number of shorted floats. Number of shorted floats divided by the float, 46.8 million times 100. So the short percentage of float is 117% for who? For what about Wanda preparing AMC stocks to sell? We don't know. That's all speculation. So I don't know. That's all speculation. I don't want to sit here and look at that, and you can say that they have articles on it, but it is all speculation. It's not anything that's been proven, right? We have 1,000 people in here. Please hit that like button. If you could take some time and do that. What do you think today is looking like for AMC? Right now, AMC is looking pretty good with the amount of volatility that I see. All the other days, really, if we look at a 1,000-foot view or 10,000-foot view, you can see that there's not really much volatility. Yes, you had some in the beginning of this day, right? But it's all downhill. It's all flat. No real volatility here. But then once you get into like today, so you see it's still downhill, still downhill, still downhill. You get in today, you see the volatility that's here. It looks really good to see the buying power that we typically see on this this order book over here. And it made no sense to me why we were seeing so many like buy walls, but then all of these sell walls were put up so that the price can continue to decrease and just continue to decrease, continue. It was ridiculous. So yeah, the fact that AMC is doing big things in the pre-market here, the after-hours market and the pre-market, you see the volatility here, definitely makes me think we're going to see a positive day today. I hope that we are, because it really can't go further down, right? Yeah, I listen every afternoon in Germany. And sure, I don't have an investment in the main purpose of the show, but damn, you got a nice voice. Oh, I do? Thank you. I appreciate that. Some good radio DJ action on the go. That's awesome. Thank you, Andy. Thank you for saying that. I don't like hearing my voice. I really don't. So a lot of times when I'm editing, like I'll edit in 2 times just because I don't want to hear my voice. But yeah, it's great to hear that. AMC is $3 stock in my opinion. Why would you say that? Why do you say that AMC is $3 stock in your opinion? What about them makes them a $3 stock? I mean, before everything, I mean, they're one of the biggest, like, movie theater chains that you could think of. Everybody knows their name. It's just the fact that they haven't really changed anything. And yes, they're known for like that kind of Toys R Us theme, because Toys R Us will jack up the prices on a lot of things. So yeah, I think they're kind of the same in that aspect, but I think they have a lot of potential. Understanding bringing in new people. Hopefully they do end up doing that. Getting some debt off of their books. I think it's a good situation that they're in. I think they're definitely higher than a $3 stock. I would consider them somewhere around the $10 to $15 stock, in my opinion, which could increase as well. GME at 110 this week is your prediction. That's good. I mean, I can definitely see it. Very white voice. How high do you think AMC can go? Like I said, I'm holding until 20, so that's what I'm looking for, is that 20 mark. But yeah, I'm definitely expecting some sort of a spike with AMC, because AMC did not have a full spike. It was kind of thwarted. And then GME, I can see them going above 100 soon. It just really depends, the hype, the buying power behind it, any manipulation. I don't think GME is getting to 1,000. I mean, if I'm wrong, then that's obviously a good thing, because a lot of people will make money. But I don't think GME is 2,000. Debt on their balance sheet, total liability. What? Didn't they get like $600 million worth of debt, taken off their balance sheet? I think AMC is a $3 stock with long-term upside. They have literally zero income. Yes, you're right. AMC short interest is 13%. GME is 42%. Where are you getting these percentages from? Why are you saying that they're 13% and GME is 42%? Because like the information that I have, and I mean, we can definitely talk about this, but the information that I have is either 78% or 15%, which could be 38%, 44% or 68%, or 41% and 66%, based on January 29th. So yeah, still a lot of debt, but it definitely took the boot off of their throat, so they can basically survive through this pandemic with the fact that we are having vaccines, and hopefully they can implement something that makes people want to go there. I know they had something to where you can rent out an entire movie theater for like $100 for a little bit. That was definitely a good deal. I wanted to do that. Ended up not being able to. AMC needs more big money buys. You know what? I'll go down here. AMC needs more big money buys and holders. I'm already 150K in AMC, holding since $2.50 a share. That is amazing. That is absolutely phenomenal. So what's your profit target there? When are you looking to, obviously right now it's even a profit, being basically double that. So yeah, you do need big holders, people that are holding tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, you're right. But we also need people to come together and literally buy a couple of shares each that amounts to millions and millions of shares per minute. And that's what's necessary is, you know, the fact that we only see, you know, we'll see 12,000 shares here, but over here we'll see basically 1 million shares. We need to up that. That volume needs to increase. Like we'll see 2 million here, a lot of buying power. Then when we get like to somewhere over here, we'll see 9 million right from the start. And I know that's when the market opens. That's usually what happens. We'll see 9 million. But yeah. Hold on here. So yeah, my opinion of AMC is that they're definitely making you know, big moves in order to, you know, increase their valuation of their company. And I think they're more than the $3 stock right now. Right now, the potential of it, yes, $10 to $15 stock. And I think you're right, whoever said that, I can't remember. I think you're right saying that they are lower in value right now, but the potential of them is $10 to $15. Right now, you can say that they're lower than $10. I can't really give them a full valuation of what their stock price should be, but I would say it's right below $10. But with the spikes and the amount of buying power, we push that up and we should be able to increase the value. Let me see. Hi, any chance up? Where to go? Any chance of GME going back up to 150 or 160? Yeah, I think there's a potential to have a couple of pops. We need to figure out what the actual interest is on this, because if we actually have what the short percentage is here, then we can understand if we are going to see a pop. Because anything that's a little bit higher, and if it is up at that 78%, that is a little bit higher than what, you know, you would see. But I think we can potentially see a pop there. But we still don't know what the actual interest rate is. Even at, what was it, 40% or something like that? I can't remember. Even at 40%, that's still, you know, pretty decent. You could still see a couple of pops, not a squeeze, but a couple of pops, you know? So I think we can definitely see it. I'm holding because I want to reach that $96 mark with the with a pullback number of probably like 86, so make 1,000. So we'll see exactly how that plays out, but I want to see it pop up to about $100. Just add the different numbers from the different reports and there's your true number. And they then can claim they didn't lie. Oh, LOL, sarcasm. Thanks for the time and info. Thank you for the super chat, Jack the Ripper. I appreciate that. And yeah, that's funny. But add all of them up, it'll be over, you know, 100+%. That's fine for both of them. You know, I'm okay with that, and we can report that it's over 100%. Right now, I think you see AMC going a little bit wild here. It was definitely moving between this $5.67 mark, and then I thought I saw a wick up high. Okay, $5.75. So it was moving a little bit crazy right there. But I like the positivity that I see here. I like the volatility, which is good. It's a really good thing. So yeah. I guess you meant GME. After a year of much division, it's nice to see it raise. Okay. $10. $10 at 120, or 10 shares at 120 for GME. AMC, 178 shares at $9.75. Buy GME pre-sale or at the open. The lowest point that you would possibly buy at would have been this $48 mark. I don't know how low it's going to go, if we're going to see anything that pushes low. You see these high pushes with a lot of buying power. We might see that right from the open. Seeing that we do have these really quick pushes up, we might see a couple of those, just like we did in a previous day. We haven't seen this in a while, but just like we've seen in a previous day, to where it really pushed up and got to 95, I believe. And that's where I was going to, sell off at the $96 mark, but I didn't because it only reached 95. So we could see a push up like that because of the fact that things like we're seeing in the pre-market and after hours today are definitely similar, with this huge gap up and then slight decrease. So yeah, I think we're seeing that, which is similar to today. So I think we could definitely see a pop here, but I don't know if it will come before before it decreases or after. We'll have to see that. But right now, I don't think is the absolute time to do it. $48 would have been the best bet, or around the $50 mark. Let's see exactly what it does when it opens. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that a lot. We have 1,400 people, 1,470 people in here. Hit that like button. We have 299 likes. I would love to get this to 1,000 likes. That would be amazing. AMC will dip and then bump to $6 or $8 today. That's a good prediction. I'm not gonna lie, that's a really good prediction. I think that that's definitely possible, that it will dip at first because you do have that pre-market positivity. The thing that we do see is a lot of people that are willing to buy. I mean, the buy orders right now are not gonna be as high as what they should be, and you're not gonna be able to see the top number anyways. But it's at 18,000 orders set at 572. So, and then we also have 14,000 sell orders at 575. So I think we're going to have really good day to day, a lot of volatility, whether it's positive or negative. I just want to see volatility like I've seen in the past. That's all I want to see. And if you do see it, then you know that the market may not be manipulated, but to the fullest extent. The platform that I'm using is Webull. Link down in the description. You can get free stocks if you sign up and use my link and deposit $100, I believe. Short interest to float is 42.24%. Shares outstanding is 69 million. Number of floated shares is 50.6 million. Thank you, Kathy, for saying that. That's like right in between some of these numbers here. So 42.24% is right in between some of these numbers. Now I know that this is very close at basically 42%, but yeah, it's right in between. So I really don't know. There's a lot of different stuff. So short interest is 78%, not 42%. See, we have this is where it's so difficult to understand. We just need something that's the truth. This is the truth, and we're reporting this, information live. Like it's happening today with information from 210. We need that. I don't understand why we have to wait this long to understand exactly what the floated shares are. Like I don't understand. I really don't understand. I agree. Short interest is 78% for GME. Is that what you're going with? When will the suits cover their shorts? I really don't know what the percentage is at this point. I mean, I'm trying to understand what the percentage is. I mean, they're looking for the most opportune time to do so, and they're obviously finding ways to drive the price down in order to do that. But yeah, I mean, I can't really give you a prediction on exactly when they will cover it. I'm just hoping that it'll happen soon. No truth is ever going to come out, though. It seems that way. So we just need to buy this up like it's And this is not financial advice. I'm just talking about as a whole. We just need to buy this up in order to basically drive them out of their positions, and they can drive the price down, but we're going to be holding, and we're going to continue to hold. If it's something that's held this much, the price should have never decreased this much. So we should have been staying at that 10-12% mark if we're just holding at a certain point. And then obviously the stock price going up. That $17 mark that we were sitting at, that's where we should have been, and we should have been increasing from there. With everything that happened where it was completely downhill, it made no sense to me why we moved from 17% all the way down to this $6 mark, $5 mark. I am hungry. I had a banana this morning, but I'm hungry. Make sure you take some time to hit that like button if you can. We have 383 likes and 1,600 people in here. The VW squeeze occurred with far less. Yeah, and I heard that was a different situation. And I know that it makes sense. I think it was like 12%. I believe people were telling me, but that was definitely a different situation where it was more, I believe, company-bound shares. So more of a collective group that knew what they were doing with it versus retail traders that all have a different mindset and more or less profit on their mind rather than the interest of the company. So yeah, that's a different story. Zodiac sign? I'm a Pisces. I feel like I get that every day. What's report is a lie. Give his pennies. What? Porsche bought 90% of the float. Yeah, see, it's a collective group that's coming together. No, they would make the same mistake. They've made the same mistake over and over and over again. This is the problem with hedge funds and big banks and everybody that thinks they have a ton of money and they know better than everybody else. It's that issue. They know better than everybody else, right? So what they're going to do is they're going to be stubborn and they're going to keep saying, you know what, I'm right. I'm going to figure this out and I'm going to win in this situation. And they're going to keep doing that. Finding ways. How can we push them out of these positions? With the mortgage crisis and all that situation, they doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down in order for this whole entire thing to burst. And it seems like they're doing the same thing here. They did the same thing with Volkswagen, thinking that they're right, and now they're doing the same thing here. So it's ridiculous the way they think, but that's the way humans think, especially when you have a lot of money, when you have billions of dollars. They think that money does run the world, which technically it does, but there's no way you can win in every situation. The thing is that everybody ends up getting bailed out that does have money, but people that do not have money don't get bailed out. You guys think Tesla will crash or continue to rise? I don't. Tesla is so popular. It's very difficult to see them ever actually crashing. They have a lot of retail traders behind them, bigger investors behind them as well. And Elon Musk, everything he says, the price just goes up. So are you selling at 96 or holding to the moon? I'm selling at 96. That was my profit target. Well, my original profit target was 79, but with all of the time that has passed, it makes no sense to gain just $300 from it. So my profit target has increased to a minimum of $1,000, maximum of $2,000. I don't want to push any further. Even if I believe the price is going to go up to 150, I still only want to hold for that $2,000 mark. So yeah, I'm going to sell at 96, but I'm not expecting that price to stop at 96. Why are you still going on about GME and AMC? It's done. I don't believe it's done. You have a lot of interest here. You have a lot of people that are still invested, a lot of people that are still holding. So I don't think it's done. I think the huge squeeze, yes, that's over. You're not going to see this crazy squeeze here, but we're starting to see a little bit of a sell-off here. I didn't even notice that. Back down to 567, still above where it closed at. But yeah, still above where it closed at, but it's, you know, starting to sell off a little bit. But yeah, I definitely believe that there's still something here. I don't believe it's a huge squeeze. I just think it's pops from the fact that we have all of these, the short percentage, a high short percentage. That's why I'm still going on about AMC and GME, and because I have a large portion invested into it. I usually take a large portion, invest really quick, get out really quick, but this is something that I'm holding onto for a long time, which is something, you know, I don't normally do. The report came out last night, right? Yes, it did. And there's a bunch of different percentages all over the place. Don't listen to the fools. Yeah, you're right. I won't. Volume doesn't indicate there's interest, though. Volume doesn't indicate there's interest? What? The volume does indicate if there is true interest in the stock. The buy volume tells me that there's true interest, not the total volume. But yes, actually, even total volume does tell you that there is interest in the stock. If you look at total volume throughout the day and it literally doubled what the last day was, then you're going to see that there's interest in buying and selling the stock, in, you know, purchasing, making a profit, and then, you know, letting it go. So it shows that there is interest in it, and depending on what you see, the buy interest or sell interest, you're going to see the price go up or go down. But what we've seen a lot of buying power, but for some reason, these strategically placed sells that bring the price down. So I guess in a vacuum, you may be right, but I feel like if you look at the overall picture, I think you're wrong there. Volume definitely indicates whether people have interest in the stock. Someone just said something about my 96. At 96. I don't know. Cannabis ASAP. What's going on with Till, right? 26% up. It's dropping though, from that $55 mark all the way down to $50. So it's dropping, but it did have a massive increase though over the. Yeah, it did have a massive increase. It dropped a little bit, started to level out. I like to see volatility here. I like to see it recover from these downward spirals, so that's definitely a good thing for Tilray. Had to buy a super chat to ask you, fix your Instagram link. I fix it every single time, and I do it in my settings, and it just doesn't work. I'm sorry about that. It's broken. It is my birthday. Office ref. Can you please look at us? Well, since it's your birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Rebecca Ferguson. Let's see. What is this? So it's a $2, basically a $3 stock. It is moving up a lot in the after hours pre-market, up 28%. Total up 12% in the pre-market right now. Let's see. If I look at it from just that, it looks like it's going to be really good, but I need to add another indicator, I believe. These are the stocks that I like. You could see the positivity here. Why would it be a 14 moving average? I mean, it's close to what I want, but 15. So with this, as I look into this, it definitely has a lot of positivity here in just the, I guess 100-foot view. Let's look at a month. I really don't like when when it's at these penny stocks and then a couple of days it rises up to $3 or so. It did rise up to that $3 mark, did have quite a bit of a sell-off. Are we going to see an up and down trend here? So something it has moved over a couple of days and had a couple of times to where it leveled out, increased, had a large gap up, very wide range candle bars here, and then leveled out through this after hours market. So as I look into what happened yesterday with a lot of increase up 28%, that's definitely great to be able to see that pull away from the 200 moving average. I would say this is solid. It's just, it sucks when you start to see that push back from there. So you might want to see where the bottom is actually going to hit before you get back into it. But again, I don't know what's going on with the news for this. So when I look into this, I think if I'm going to buy back into this, I want to see that pullback first before I see it increase again. Because right now, throughout this whole entire time, you can see that it's been overbought on the RSI and it hasn't really adjusted itself on the RSI. So I believe that it is being overbought. And as you start to see this come down, it might end up, dropping down to about this 50 point on the RSI, maybe a little bit higher. But you want to see where the bottom point is going to be. So hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully you can make an investment if you are interested in that. But happy birthday as well. What's your take on SENS? S-E-N-S. There go. I just copied twice. That looks really good too. All of these stocks that are really low in price, I find them interesting because a lot of people can make any judgment call off of this. Now, what I do like to see here is it's definitely fighting at this point at like this $2.50 mark. That's definitely a good deal. The rapid increase with the rapid decrease and seeing it recover is a great deal as well. Do I see any buy orders coming in? I don't see many buy orders coming in right now at the current prices. I do see some sell orders at $4.30, 43,000 of them. So it looks like it's going to take a turn for the worst for a little bit. Might come back to earth a little bit and then end up having a little bit of a pop. But over the last couple of days, it looks very positive. Holding from here obviously will give you a ton in value and continue to drive that price up. So I would say it's interesting seeing it grew 4% over the last day, 5% in the pre-market right now. So yeah, I would say this could be a buy. You might want to wait for a pullback though. With these gap ups, you definitely might want to wait for a little bit of a pullback. You haven't really had one. It's more of a, go up, pull a little bit back and level out, gap up, pull a little bit back and level out, wide range candle bar, a little bit back and then level out. So I don't think that trend will continue like that. Eventually you're going to see that pullback and I just don't know when that will happen. So a lot of times you're seeing a leveling out here, not creating new lows. The only thing you see is these new highs here, create a new low, new high, create a new low. So it's definitely interesting. Pick and choose when you want to invest into that. You can't fully time the market, but definitely gain some sort of profit out of it. We have 1,900 people in here. Please hit that like button, get it above 600 likes. We're at 500 likes. Thank you for getting me there. I appreciate that a lot. What's everybody holding today? Is everybody hoping for, to sell out of their position of GME and AMC, or what are they looking to do? Holding to the moon. There's a bunch of people with the rocket ships. Is this your full-time job? My full-time job, I am a senior financial analyst for a hospital system. So that's what I like to do. I love to work with numbers and different financial statements and all different types of things. So yeah, that's my job, my 9 to 5. But this is something obviously I've been doing for quite some time. Investing, also YouTube as well. So I just like working. I like working as much as possible, especially things, around the things that I love to talk about. When it comes to money, I'm glad that, this resonates with a lot of people. So yeah, that's basically what I do. Any possibility it will hit 30 bucks. There's a possibility it will hit 30 bucks, but do I see it hitting 30 bucks? What's my short-term brain see? I would definitely say it sees 20% or $20 in the future, but it really depends what goes on with the potential manipulation here, if there's any manipulation. We don't know. So yeah, I see it hitting that $20 mark in the near future. It's just we need to continue to drive this price up. Like I said, it's possible that it could hit 30. It's possible it could hit 40 or 50. It just really depends on the situation, and nobody can ever predict exactly what's going to happen here. But I'm holding for around that 20 mark, and if it pulls back from there, then I'll probably sell close to it. But the $20 mark is what I'm aiming for with AMC. AMC is my biggest loss of my accounts. I believe that sits at like $6,000. It might be up now, because it moved up $1 basically. So yeah, it might be up now, but it's around $6,000 for just AMC. So obviously with every dollar that I gain about $1,600. So yeah. What city do you live in? I live in Reading, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I'm trying to answer as many as possible, but I feel like everything that I talk about has to be like a longer answer. And when I give those longer answers, there's like 30 other comments that come in after that. So it's definitely a little difficult, but what's your opinion on AMC, the interest rate? What's going on in your opinion with this interest rate? What do you believe that it is? 78% for GME, 15% for AMC. Where do you believe that it's at? Let me know your opinion. I live 10 minutes from you. Oh, wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Good to see people that live close. Hey, from Denmark. Hello? Oh, you live in Philly? I know some people in Philly. I went to college in Lancaster, and also I went to Westchester University. So, any thoughts on Doge? I don't have any thoughts on cryptocurrency. I know that cryptocurrency is moving, especially with all of the interest in Bitcoin as well. With Elon Musk investing, what was it, $1.5 billion into Bitcoin? That's crazy. 66%, is that what you believe it is? Yeah, that's what I'm believing as well. 66% is where I made my videos off of. I made the 66%, and I'm uploading one at 8:30 on GME with the 41% in mind and where I think it's actually going to go. Go at your own pace, bro. Yeah, I try to. Draw or fade? Like as in golf? I usually play a fade. That's typical for a right-hander, if that's what you're talking about. But that's what I would imagine. I don't see anything else that you would talk about, draw or fade. We have 2,000 people in here. Hit that like button, get it above. I would love it to get above 1,000 likes. AMC is done, folks. I can't say that it is, Gravy. I would say AMC has a lot of potential, has a lot more potential than GME does to definitely have that spike of 100% basically, or 200%. But GME, I think, doesn't have the AMC. I think GME has a potential of doubling in price or tripling in price, but I think AMC has a little bit more potential to really spike. So, did you see Kevin O'Leary join us apes on Wall Street Bets and transfer 10K from BOA to Robinhood? Watch you every day. Thanks for the great content. I did not see that, but I love what Kevin O'Leary is doing, because he went on a couple of like news shows talking about this and why it's so interesting and how it will change the way that people invest from here on out. All of them kept asking him, is this really going to change it? Is this really going to change the way people think when it comes to shorting positions? And he was like, yeah, I mean, it definitely is. And he just has amazing answers. I watch his YouTube channel as well. I've watched him on Shark Tank for years, and he just has great insights. The only thing I don't like about him is the fact that he always wants a royalty out of everything. But that's my opinion. I would like royalties. I mean, royalties are great because then you don't have to really do any work, and you really just supply the capital or whatever, and that's pretty much it. Trades and some other put the current interest rate above 75% based on orgs data. Oh, really? For AMC. That's interesting. They put it above 70% based on orgs data. I know what I used is around that 66% mark, so around that 70% mark. I guess he said 75%. But yeah, I'm trying to go off of any data that I see and just really weigh my options. Anything that does look similar really sits in my mind as being the right number. So when I think of Fintel and also Wall Street Journal data, I look at them and it's 66% and 68%. I'm thinking they are, close together. They are one and the same, basically. 41% for GME and 44% for GME is something that I think of as closer. Something like a 78% for GME, and it doesn't really sit well with any of the other numbers. 15% doesn't really sit well, or perhaps 38% doesn't make sense. So yeah, in my opinion, I mean, he may be right, but that just brings another number to the table that we need to expect from this. All I know is that we have a lot of people that are holding these positions, and with everybody that's holding these positions, it should level out the price, if not increase the price, because of so many people that are holding this or buying it. I feel like the chat isn't updating. Here we go. SNDL, we like to blaze. Any thoughts on? I can't see any reason sell AMC in this price range. Yeah, you're right, Steve Chan. I would 100% agree with you. There's no real reason to sell at these low prices when it's hitting basically a new low for the last couple of weeks, really, or a few weeks. So if it's hitting these new lows, it really creates interest. This is why I don't understand why people are selling at $5. It has to be artificial. More numbers equal average is close to true. Huh. I guess that may be right. But then again, I don't know if they're showing completely false numbers somewhere else. Like if they know that everybody's looking at the FINRA data, then they would basically say, okay, it's 15%. And then if you do, if they did like show a really low number, maybe it was 75% and they're showing 15%, right? Then that means that if you take the average between the 78% or 75% and the 15%, you're getting still a low number compared to the difference of it, because it's a huge difference. So I don't know. What's the math to justify organic price change? AMC doesn't. Stay home. I saw it 50. All right, let's move too fast. All right, come on. I have it on slow chat. All right, we have 2,149 people in here. Hit that like button, get it above 1,000 likes. That would be amazing. Also, if you're interested in this platform, it's Webull. I'll keep saying that because I do get that a lot. Is what platform am I using? This is Webull. Definitely hit the link down below, and you can sign up for Webull and get free stocks when you deposit $100. AMC income is down 90%. I would believe that. I mean, they have nobody going to the movie theaters. Wall Street Journal says it's 66%. Yeah, that's what I've been going off of. So AMC will go up at the open, or will AMC go up at the open? With the movement that it's having, I love seeing this volatility. This is the most volatility that we have seen in how many weeks, really? I guess not how many weeks, how many days? Because it's been like a week and a half, I think, that we've been really fighting this thing and going downhill. So you see all of this volatility. It makes me think positively here. You see a lot of people that are looking to buy. This is what we should be seeing right now, because at these low prices, everybody should be buying, not just selling. And I see that someone, Monty Martin, thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate that a lot. I'm glad that I've seen that, because the chat is moving fast, and I like when anybody obviously likes the video and subscribes. That would be amazing for anybody. So yeah, please do so. What else? Will you have a GME video? Yes, GME video is releasing right now. So I believe it should be live on my channel. I'm not 100% sure, but it should be live. Yes, it is. 1 minute ago. That's when it. With all of the information at hand, though, I really want to know exactly what the interest rates are for both of them. I've been going off of AMC at 66%, GME at 42%. Yeah, 42%. So that's where my head is, and I want to continue to look at all of these numbers and see what everybody else thinks, because I've seen a number of people come out with different numbers, different calculations, and I just want the right thing. It doesn't hurt to literally say this is where the interest rate is. The only people that actually hurts are the hedge funds, because if it actually is high, then people will buy this up, and then they're basically continuing to short this as time goes on. Maybe from January 29th all the way until the 10th, they were continuing to short it as well, at a very large rate, and now the interest rate is way high. So somebody asked about this. I'm going to go ahead and look at this. So it doesn't look good from the last couple of, I guess, hours here or day. The bottom here is where it is hitting is definitely interesting. It was overbought at this point, which is interesting. But as I start to look at a 10,000 foot view here, I'm seeing a lot of positivity above the 200 EMA, which is good. It does have that more of a wave form to it, not like the quick spikes or peaks and valleys. So that's definitely interesting. It's not a quick increase, but definitely pick your spots here. It seems like over the last couple of days, what has it been? This is January the 12th, all the way until the 9th. So we have quite a bit of days here and a lot of positivity. So it's not something that's quick growth, so you shouldn't expect a quick turnaround. So definitely pick your spot if you're looking to invest in this. Whoever asked about this, MTBRS. Yeah, that's what I would go with that. So that's just a quick analysis. I don't want to have to dive into it. I don't know a lot of the news for that. But yeah, we have 2,200 people in here. Please hit that like button, get it above 1,000 likes. We're so close to where we should be. I just liked and subscribed to you. I was listening to you for a few days before I subscribed. I appreciate your content and I'm going to hold onto AMC. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And I love that you've been listening for a couple of days and you actually subscribed after a while. That means that everything that I'm saying resonated with you, and I appreciate that a lot because it makes me feel better about the things that I'm doing, and it's not something that's just like going in one ear and out the other. What are you saying, bro? You're showing where was that at? Well, this chat just moves. I'm trying to navigate through this AMC chat. A good time to get into Tilray. Tilray looks really interesting right now. It looks like it's taking a little bit of a dive. It is being overbought all at this point. This is where you need to pick your spot because it's really tough to get into something that's been overbought for a long period of time because then you don't know when that dive is actually going to happen. So you look at the positivity that it had here, it did drop down, so you did see a little bit of a decrease. That might have been the right time to get in, but definitely see what it's going to do during the beginning of the day. You might be able to get in quick and make a quick profit from it if it does start to increase. You're going to see a lot of volume because a lot of people are interested in this right now. So you can see these wide range candle bars here, and you're going to see 40,000 volume in the pre-market, which is interesting. You really don't see a huge amount of volume in the pre-market. 130, 340. So yeah, you're seeing a lot of volume here, and I think the volume is going to increase as you start to as you get into the day. So definitely keep an eye on that. Thank you for the super chat here. Do you think FINRA will give true numbers? Secondly, what do you suggest if it's a bad entry point in the stock and then pulls back? If you get a bad entry point, well, first, FINRA. Do I think FINRA will give true numbers? I don't believe so. So I don't know why they would manipulate things, but I don't believe so. I don't know why. I believe their FINRA data is like 15% for AMC, which makes no sense. And other areas are saying 66% or 68%, or some people are saying 75%. So there's a lot of different numbers that are coming out for these companies, and you're seeing some that are in the same range at 60 to 70%, and some are one that's in the 15% range. How does that even make sense? That's not even close to where the other ones are reporting. So if you're seeing that, you're making it look like, okay, that's false data, or they're going off of something that we don't believe in here. I don't know, but I think they truly could give you false data. But again, we don't know for sure. So we're trying to figure this out to understand exactly what that interest or what the short percentage is. Secondly, what do you suggest if you get a bad entry when you, okay, so if you go into a stock when you have a bad entry, if you 100% know that that's going to increase, that price is going to increase, then it always makes sense to average down to lower your cost basis in order to get a larger increase. The thing you want to worry about though when you do that is when you lower your cost basis, you're adding more shares. So if that price continues to go down and you didn't hit your true bottom, you're losing more money, and at an exponential rate. Because if you buy 1,000 shares at the first time and it was just too high, and now you need to average down, you're going to buy 1,000 more shares in order to get basically that split, I guess. And now you're at 2,000 shares. So if it goes down a little bit more, you're losing $2,000 every dollar that it goes down, versus $1,000 that you would initially lose. So definitely pick and choose when you want to get into it. If you want to average down, or if you know that it's really going down and it hasn't even gotten close to its bottom, and it's going to get there, then you just sell, wait for it to hit its bottom, and then get back in. So there's two suggestions there, but again, I'm not a financial advisor. Depending on your situation and what you can afford to do, you just go ahead and do it. So thank you for the super chat, by the way. We have 2222. We have 2,222 concurrent viewers. Please hit that like button, get it above 1,000 likes. We're very close. We're at 911. So yeah. The funny thing is, that's me and my wife's anniversary, 9/11. So yeah, you didn't know that. Did you think AMC is at its bottom yet? I think the bottom was somewhere around, a lot of people are hoping that AMC will get down to the $5 mark, maybe $4.50, right? Do I think AMC is at its bottom yet? I think $5 will be its bottom I think $5 will be its bottom, right? Will it go down to $5 here? I don't think it will. My thought process with all the volatility right now is that it's going to continue to push up. You see the volatility, and yes, you see a little bit of a pullback here, but with all of the volume, the interest percentage coming out, that's news. So I think that the price will increase. Will it go down to $5? I don't believe so. I think it will push down. Let's say maybe it'll push down to maybe the 530 mark. I don't know where they're buying at. There's a lot of people buying at the 560 mark. I just want to see exactly where the volume comes in. So we have people selling at 590, 581. So yeah, it's tough to really say, but what tattoos do you have? I have a lot of tattoos. 9/11 is my birthday. Well, my anniversary is on your birthday. All right, we have 2,300 people in here. We're so close to 1,000 likes. Just get it there. It helps out the channel, helps out the algorithm, gets people in here, gets more of a perspective. They still shorting. It seems that way because, like I said, in so many instances, there's no reason why anybody would sell at these low prices. And even someone like, I don't know if you've seen Jeremy from, I'll give you my opinion on Riot in a little bit. I'll keep that here. But yeah, I don't know if you've seen a video from Jeremy from Financial Education. I just seen his video, I think last night, and he was talking about the fact that he's getting into AMC if it does hit his profit target, so he does hit his entry target. He wants to get in at $5, and if it goes to $4.50, then he'll add another 10,000. If it goes to $4, he's adding another 10,000. So that's interesting to see him get into it because he's more of that long-term play that I've seen. He holds on to things for a long period of time, especially like Tesla and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm interested to see what his full take is on it because I like seeing his videos on there because he looks at it as a long-term perspective from a long-term mindset versus a short-term mindset and gaining money out of it in the short term, basically going up to $20 or $30 or whatever it goes to. So it's definitely interesting to see that. But what's my opinion on Riot? Riot right now in the pre-market is down 6%, was up 21% yesterday, which looked pretty good. It did have a really good, last couple of days, right? Increasing a lot from that $22 mark up to the $41 mark in a couple of days, which you're going to see that it's not a rapid increase, but you do see these rapid increases in succession. So it's like you're seeing over the after hours and the pre-market where you do have a lot of that increase, and it does take a turn for the worst, which ends up recovering. Do I believe it will continue on its upward trajectory? It might be leveling out here as the 200 EMA gets close to the 15 moving average, and you can see that it's really only been close like in a wider range here. So it's been close in these wider ranges, and then it starts to get closer and closer, which means that it may be leveling off. And the 200 EMA is over the 15 moving average, which means that it indicates still that downward path. So if I said where it was going to open, I think you are going to have something that maybe where it increases around that 40 and rejects the $42 mark. So that would be my opinion on Riot. But you could see some positivity with a lot of people interested in it. So it just depends really what people are doing. You have a lot of buy orders at $37. You have not a lot of sell orders here. At $39, that's all you see, $39 and $38.99. So we'll see how that all plays out. But I think it still looks good either way. It looks like a decent investment. It looks like something where you can gain a lot from. Let's look at a 10,000 foot view. So you can see that it was leveling out around this portion here. It did drop down in the last, I guess, month or so, right? It did drop down to $16, pushed back up, and you can see the positivity that's happening here. Now, is this something that I expect to continue to grow? It does look like it's a long-term grower, so yeah, looks interesting. I did talk about this previously, but I was looking at the current after hours market. It just looks down from here, so you might want to pick your spot. We have 2,300 people in here. We do have 1,000 likes. Thank you so much. Continue to hit that like button if you have not hit it already. We have 2,000 people. We should have 2,000 likes as well. Get that algorithm up, How did you erase short interest while stock price decreases? How did they erase short interest while the stock price decreases? They're erasing their short positions as the stock price decreases, and the amount of shorts held dictates that. So it's going to, they're basically going to keep covering, and instead of buying back their shares at $500, they're buying back their shares at now $50, which yes, it's higher than where they were, a lot higher than where they wanted it to eventually go, which is bankruptcy. But it's a lot better than being at $500, right? So they're going from billions of dollars to losing millions of dollars. And I know throughout that whole entire time, they were continuing to buy back and maybe re-short and all these other things, and as the price was going down. So this is where they're making some of their money back, but they're also losing a ton of money. But they're not losing as much as we thought they were losing. There are some funds, some firms that are actually making quite a bit of money. I think I've seen like somebody made $700 million off of this. And yeah, I mean, that's just what they do. They know how to time the market. They understand what we're doing, what we're trying to do here. So yeah. Just bought more AMC. Blast off. That's that's amazing. Like I said, this $5 mark is definitely like pretty tasty to look at, right? Because it's $5 on a company that I believe is worth that $10 or $15 range. So it's definitely great to look at, and a lot of people are seeing this with the amount of interest that's in here. The same thing, you know, that happened with Tesla. Do I believe Tesla is valued at where it's at? No, I don't. But the people are driving it up and continue to drive it up. Being in Tesla stock or owning, you know, Tesla stock or owning a Tesla is, I don't know what to classify it as, but you look at it as more of a group. I don't want to say cult because it's not a cult, but it's more of a group of people that really believe in the product and believe in the company. There was a video that I seen where Tesla had I guess a design flaw to where you lift the trunk if you have snow on it and the snow just drips directly into the car. I guess that happens the same thing with like rain and stuff. There's no like shield to have it go off to the side. And there were so many people defending Tesla in there and not basically saying that's a weird design. And it made no sense to me. And I know this is pretty much going off topic, but it made no sense to me why people were defending it so much. And it's because they're heavily invested in Tesla, whether it's the stock or whether they own the car, whether they love the product or whatever. And it's interesting to see that, because I know it's a flawed design or a design flaw. Kind of dyslexic here, I guess. But yeah, I know it's a design flaw, and if I had a Tesla, I would continue to say, we need to get this fixed. We need to fix this. So that's a cult. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a cult. I would say people really appreciate what Tesla has to offer. My car is defective where it won't start. Tesla just dropped $100 after your comment. Oh, it's funny. You can't take Tesla through a car wash. Wait, you really can't take Tesla through a car wash, or is that's a lie. Why did Trey end his stream? You said Trey's stream just ended? He started at 7:30. Why would he only go for an hour? Has he been something going on? Hopefully I see a bump. That would be amazing. 2,800 people. Hopefully you hit the like button. Are you a fan of penny stocks? I'm not really the biggest fan of penny stocks. I am more of a fan of, it depends what your definition of penny stocks is. I'm a fan of stocks that are over $1, I'll tell you that. Stocks that are under $1, I'm not really a fan of. You'll see me maybe invest into a couple of them, especially with a lot of interest, because I want to see positivity here. But when it comes to penny stocks that are sitting around that low tier and continue to bump back and forth between I don't know, 30 cents and 60 cents, it really doesn't sit well with me. Especially the ones that go like below a penny. That's a little ridiculous. Doctor appointment for Trey. Oh, okay, that's why. That's why he had to. Okay. Oh, so that's why he streamed early. I was wondering why he streamed early here. But yeah, I'm ready to go. Remember, I stay live until 30 minutes after the market opens. So hopefully we can see some good movement here. Stormy Davis says, Can you say hello to me? Hello, Stormy Davis. I appreciate you in the stream. Did you hit that like button? That would be amazing. Electric plus car wash. I think it's okay. It's not like you can't leave Tesla in the rain. Like, that's a little ridiculous. Yeah, I would imagine penny stocks can make you some money. I just don't, anything that's $5, like I said, $5 or below is the definition of a penny stock, right? So I'm a fan of that. Am I a fan of things that are a penny? No. Am I a fan of things that are around let's say 30 cents to 60 cents or anything like that? Not really. If it starts to push like that 75 cent to dollar mark, that's where I'll get a little bit of interest. But I'm not a person that really gets into that, and maybe that takes time to grow on you. But yeah, I'm not a person that gets in the penny stock that much. Have you checked out insider trading for AMC? Someone made out with a perfectly timed sale for $500 million on the 27th. I mean, this is the thing. People can make a lot of money from this stuff, so I believe it. I 100% believe it. And the thing is it proven that it is insider trading? Technically, with all this information here, people are saying that we should be, under investigation. All of the people that are doing YouTube and talking about this stuff, all the people that have, any Reddit forum or any larger audience base that can influence who buys what stock, technically we should be investigated for that, right? That's what they're saying. But, this is just the community coming together and, giving their opinions. Because again, this is all my opinion. This is not any financial advice. This is all just my opinion. So it's for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, insider trading, I haven't checked it out, but someone making $500 million is amazing. I mean, that's great. You can check out Tilray. Let's make that money back we lost. Not a financial advisor. Thank you for the super chat. Super chat, Tristan. Thank you for that. We have checked out Tilray. Tilray looks pretty good, 31% up, and it did have that increase. I know it was being overbought at this point. The RSI adjusted, so now it's obviously not being overbought. But yeah, you're seeing that huge increase here. It is pushing the $56 mark, so it's kind of really fighting it. It did just pass by the $56 mark, and it's shooting up. A lot of people are interested in this, so you have a lot of people buying at the $5.85 mark. You have a lot of people buying at the $5.80 mark. You have a lot of people that are willing to sell, though. You're seeing a ton of sell orders come in. But also you're seeing a bunch of buy orders come in. So people are continuing to buy this thing up. Are we going to see a crash at the open, or are we going to continue to see this go up? Let me know your opinion, because the way this is going, it looks like you're seeing a sharp increase, which means that you are going to have a pretty hard fall. But will it recover? I think it will recover somewhere higher than these highs here. So let's see exactly how that plays out. But Tilray looks amazing. Tilray is definitely doing some work here. Worried about a mass sell-off at $6 a share for AMC because people are scared. That wouldn't be good for us holding. Thoughts? I wouldn't say that. That's still low. A mass sell-off at $6 means that people are wanting to only gain $1, thinking that it's only going to gain $1. I think there's going to be a sell-off somewhere around the $8 mark if it does get up there. But yeah, I don't think that there's going to be a crazy sell-off at $6. I don't know where that information is coming from, but it's still a low price. I mean, we were hovering around the $5.50 mark. That's only a 50 cent increase, really. So if we closed at $5.50 and they're holding and we go up to $6, we shouldn't see a sell-off at $6. We should see a sell-off at maybe a couple of dollars above that. But what we're seeing is these decreases in prices, which I don't understand why people would sell off at these low prices, because it hasn't moved too much. For GME, I can say that you can see a sell-off from $48 up to the $60 mark or $55 mark, because that's multiple dollars that you're gaining out of it, right? But for AMC, that's not, I don't believe that's it. I'll let you know once I see orders that are coming in. We have orders for GME at 52, at 52.20. We'll see a lot more orders as the market opens. We have pretty much 4 minutes. 4 minutes. No, we have 34 minutes. Sorry. Kind of distracted here. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, AMC, it's good that they're up. The thing that I like to see with AMC is the fact that the pre-market looks very volatile. So for people saying that it may sell off at $6, I don't know. I don't think it will. But if you have some manipulation, obviously you'll see it pull down. You do have buy orders or sell orders that are coming in at $5.90. 7,000 of them. You have 5,000 orders that are coming in at $5.81. You have a lot of buy orders, cancel, that are coming in at $5.50. Buy orders at $5.38. So yeah, you got a lot of orders here, a lot of volatility, and I like the way it looks, because it's definitely more volatile than it was in the past couple of days, which is always a great deal. You know, with how we've seen it in the past, like 9 days, 10 days, however many days, you're looking at a downward trend over those days. And today, during this pre-market, you see a lot of volatility. I love seeing it, and it's an upward trend of volatility. So yeah, I appreciate your insight, and hit the sub and bell. Thank you, I appreciate that. Can you take a look at OGI? I'll look at that for a little bit. You have a lot of positive movement here. It doesn't look like it's far away from the 200 moving average. It hasn't crossed over, so it is looking like it's continuing to increase. This is just the pre-market that we're looking at. If we look at the last couple of days, let's look at 5 days. You do have a massive increase over the past 5 days from $2 to $6. So it's definitely, you know, doubling, close to tripling in price. So yeah, I mean, it definitely has a lot of positivity and stays above that 200 moving or 200 EMA, and the 15 moving average. It just stays below it. So this is really good to be able to see this movement over the last couple of days and stay the 200 moving average stay below the 15 moving average. You're seeing a lot of positive increase here. Let me look at the 10,000 foot view. Yeah, so it pretty much was leveled off here and had that massive increase. Just watch for any type of drop, just like you're seeing now, I guess a little bit of a negative move, because at these points it is being overbought. So you do want to wait until you do get some sort of consolidation point. Now I believe that this line will stay above. Let's go back to go back to 5 days. I believe that this will stay above the 200 moving average, but it will come back a little bit back to earth, just like it has been in history. It comes back. So wait for that little bit of a dip and then get in, because it does look like it has positive movement. Thank you for the super chat, DT. I appreciate that, and the sticker as well. But let's look at, I think I looked at this before. This has the same thing, a lot of positive movement. I talked about this before. I really like this position, the way that it's moving up, and I believe I talked about it somewhere around here. So having a positive day, yesterday at 25% increase and 24% in the pre-market is definitely a great deal. Just wait for a little bit of a pullback. There has to be some sort of a pullback. It doesn't look like you're seeing too much negative activity happening here. So there's a lot of positive activity, a lot of buys, but if you look at the sell orders, there's a lot of sells that are coming in. And I would imagine when it opens, you're going to see a lot of sell orders. So definitely hold off right in the beginning, in the first 30 minutes, to get a full understanding as to where it is, where it's going to be. But you can definitely choose your spot within those first 30 minutes that you feel is the best position to get in, if you wanted to get in for the long haul or for the short haul. I mean, I feel like short term is definitely an option here. You can gain a ton in value, going up basically $4 and $5 or $6 in the pre-market. But yeah, hopefully that helps. All right. I'm just hoping AMC is a big grower today. You know, I've seen GME push up, and I think that if the fact that it's really getting close to the 200 moving average makes me think that it's going to cross paths, which may indicate the fact that we're going to see a large increase here right from the start, and maybe even before it even opens, because we're starting to see a little bit of a W form, right? A little bit of a W form. So hopefully we get some positive activity there. Thoughts about ZSAN? Probably see more positive activity. Oh, that doesn't look good. Thoughts on BTC? Not for sure if you're crypto. I'm not into crypto at all. I do have a little bit of thoughts. My crypto mind basically tells me that it's way too volatile for me. I'm not a person that gets into that when it moves tens of thousands within days. Like, it's just something that I can't look at and say that I'm positive in investing in. And it could be at $45,000, $48,000, whatever it's actually at. That's a huge price to pay. But I'm not a crypto fan. I think it's interesting what happened, because obviously Elon Musk investing $1.5 billion into it. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. But I have no real thoughts on Bitcoin. Thank you for the super chat. My thoughts on this symbol here. Let's see. Recently, it's been down a lot, and it looks like it's not recovering, but flattening out. I don't see this short term. I don't see this as a buy opportunity. Now, I don't know what it looks like at 100,000 foot view or 10,000 foot view. Let's go up there. So you see a little bit of an increase. It's more flat than anything. It's slow increase, but I think it's going to flatten out and then end up stay on this same trajectory. So if you're looking for slow growth, I think this is an opportunity. If you're looking for fast growth, right now it's on the downward slope. It's basically coming back to normal, coming back to earth. So that's my opinion there. Looking to AMC, I have my worries. Sorry. I have my worries, but I look at the chart, calms my nerves, especially at the 4-hour chart. Do you think the squeeze will happen soon? Let's see. You're looking at a, well, I'll update it. 4-hour chart, and let's not my position. I guess I'll go to my position. AMC. So if I look at the 4-hour chart, do I think the squeeze will happen soon? When I look at the 4-hour chart, I see nothing but downhill spiral here. I mean, the shorter time periods usually make me feel a little bit better, because at this point it is overbought, and the things that factor into these points are basically when we got trades restricted, and obviously there's some sort of manipulation that's happening throughout it. But when I look at shorter term stuff, everything that happened in the previous days / weeks have been negative, which doesn't make sense to me at all. Yes, you have had a little bit of positive movement up to the $17 mark, but this just completely fell off the map and continued downhill to where you've seen like no real positive days besides that one day to where it was on the SSR list, which SSR doesn't really make a difference too much in what they can do. They can still short. But then when I look at the current days, this is what gives me hope. today really gives me hope. With all of the volatility today, you can see a lot of the positive movement, a lot of the upward trajectory here. It gives me a lot of hope in what's actually going to happen. Now, you do have a lot of sell orders that are coming in at that $5.85 mark. You have 38,000 sell orders that are coming in at that. But like I said, I believe the volume to that is going to be crazy. Once the market opens. I just want to see if it's going to be positive or negative volume. It doesn't make sense if it does sell off, but this volatility gives me a little bit of hope. The positivity in the pre-market and the volatility gives me a lot of hope. But do I believe the squeeze will happen soon? I hope that it will, but this is not really something that we can truly predict. Once we get to the point to where we all come together with the volume to back it, then yes, the squeeze will happen. But it won't be I don't think it'll be a huge squeeze. We still don't know exactly what the interest rates are, because the interest rates that I'm bringing up are these interest rates. 66% and 41% is what I'm going off of for GME and AMC. I'm not going with the 78 and 15% that is from FINRA. It really doesn't make sense to me. And seeing all of these different numbers kind of just doesn't sit well. I'm a person that loves seeing things tie out. So yeah. We had a lot of hope of $6 to go. So many infos. Tilray made a huge deal. They're going to the moon. They're definitely making a move. I can tell you that. Tilray looks amazing. And if I didn't have a lot of money in AMC and GME, I would be, making a quick move in there. Looking for my spots, trying to, end up making a play to where I can gain a couple of dollars, and be heavily invested in that and be able to make a couple $1,000s today. You check fire. I made 40% on it yesterday. By the way, people, he uses Webull Volume 4 desktop. Matt, you should put it in the title. Yeah, I guess I probably should. If you're interested, this is Webull, the Webull platform. I said I was going to say it every time I say hit the like button, but I haven't said hit the like button in a while. So anyways, could you hit the like button? I will go over what you want to go over, but could everyone just take a second and hit that like button, get it above 2,000 likes. Also, if you're interested in the platform, this is Webull Volume 4, the desktop version. So if you want that, it's in the description. Go down there. You can get free stocks if you sign up and deposit $100. And you can also download this platform by going to downloads, and it's right there. You'll be able to see it. So, fire. Thank you for saying that, though, and thank you for the super chat. Is that? I don't have a I check fire too. I don't know what you're looking at here. So hopefully you have a ticker symbol. Sorry. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Blackberry will hit over $20 before the end of the year. That's a possibility. It definitely is a longer term play. I would say that. If you're looking for Blackberry, a lot of slow movement here, but yeah. We have 3,000 people in here, 3,300 people in here. Hit that like button. Almost at 2,000 likes. We're at 1,500, 1,600. Also, it's BS how you only talk to the people that send you super chats. Your viewers don't pay, are still viewers. No, you're right. I just like to address the super chats first because of the fact that, obviously they're sending something, so I want to address it, and I try and address the regular comments as I go through it. And trust me, as nothing comes in, I address every comment that I could get. So I'm not a person that just only addresses the super chats. I address anybody else that does come in. So if I do see something that's of interest, I will continue to address it. How are your trading last year? Your rate of return? Well, last year I was very afraid of a market crash, and the fact that I was putting more time into YouTube, it was less trading. But now that I can do both, it's a lot better. But the year before that, I would definitely say that I would typically bring in somewhere around a starter year salary, so between $25,000 and $30,000. But last year, where we had the most growth that I've ever seen, I didn't invest pretty much anything. I've been out of day trading for a little bit because I was focused on YouTube, focused on work. I was focused on trying to grow as much as possible. And with the stimulus check craze, it was definitely different because there was a lot of people that were requesting a ton of information. And it's still something that people request information from and for. But I don't have to update people as much because it's not really to the point to where they don't know how to get a lot of their money. It's more or less to the point to where when are they going to receive this third stimulus check? So typically I can see pretty decent returns on trading and swing trading, mostly day trading. But my long-term investments had a better return last year because I was just putting things in there and holding it. A lot of my money was in a high interest savings account, or I put them in like mutual funds, and then also funded a new 529 account for my new daughter Hayden. So yeah, sorry if it seems that I'm only addressing super chats. I mean, that's stuck in my head now. I'm not a person that does that. I just like to address the people that come out and pay something. I would like to address them first because obviously they're putting money into it, money and time into it. And I try to address the comments, but the comment section goes so fast, so it's easier to keep track of the super chat. So YouTube hiding the stream again. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't think that they're hiding it. I think that sometimes they take priority over some other streams, and that's okay. I'm okay with anybody that's in here. I don't care if I get 1,000 viewers or 20,000 viewers. I just want everybody that's watching to hit that like button, because the like button, basically helps out the almighty YouTube algorithm. Can you look at? Let's see, what's PFE? I don't know if I like this one. Let's see the movement here. So it does have a lot of positive movement. It is $34 over the last day. You've seen it at 30, end at 34.97. It is up 0.11% in the pre-market, up 43%. It doesn't look like it's a huge grower over the days. So it looks like it stays about steady, but it may be a slow grower here. Let's bring up a month. You have a lot of long tickers, so they're trying to basically create these stop hunts here. There's a lot of long ticker symbols here, so I can't really see how it moves unless I really dive into the day. But typically it looks like it's a slow grower if it does grow, but the overall trend of it, let me bring it out 3 months then. The overall trend of it is pretty much flat. It does have a lot of days to where it does increase. Over the last couple of months, you can see that it does have those days where it does increase. I like the volatility in it, but it's not quick volatility. And right now, this does look like more of a sell-off than anything. So we might be getting to a new low as you start to get down to these prices. So it's interesting here. It's an interesting play. If you want to get in here, I would definitely say pick the right moment because you're seeing a lot of sell orders come in over buy orders. So that wouldn't be something that I would go into. How do you feel about Dogecoin? Do you think AMC squeeze will still happen? I do believe the AMC squeeze will still happen. It won't be to the magnitude of what we thought it was. Dogecoin is not something that I'm interested in because there's a lot of cryptocurrency is not something that I really think about. There's too much volatility in cryptocurrency. With like things like Bitcoin, people kept telling me, hey, you need to get into Bitcoin. And I'm like, I mean, I can, but I don't really want to. And seeing that, I kind of should have. The fact that it jumped up to $45 and $47, I think, somewhere right now. I'm not 100% sure, but it's not something that I just, I don't know, beat myself up over. It's not something where I'm like, all right, well, it was at, maybe $10,000 and went up to $40,000. I could have, 4x my money or whatever. Literally having one Bitcoin means I have $40,000, $47,000, right? Some people were saying it possibly could get to $500,000. So, I mean, yeah, at that point I'll beat myself up, but it's not something that I really think about. Thoughts on this? I will put that up here. That's very quick growth, way too quick. Which program or course would you recommend about learning how to day trade? I have books in my description, so if you go to my store, there's a book called How to Day Trade for a Living by Andrew Aziz. I think that's really good, really insightful. There's also an audio book on it. You can learn a lot of the indicators, because I think the first step to understanding how to day trade is really to understand different people's perspective. My perspective, how he does it, his way of teaching all of these different indicators, candlesticks, how to look at a candlestick, different types of candlesticks. There's a lot of different information you can get from there, and then also advanced techniques, which kind of goes over the first part, the first book a little bit in depth in the first half, and then goes over advanced techniques of that. So you can implement your own strategy, and make sure the book makes sure to tell you that you have to develop your own strategy and don't copy everybody else's strategy. It also recommends that you use simulators a lot of times in order to understand what your trading strategy would be and use realistic money. So I definitely say go with that. There's a lot of different people on YouTube though that teach really great day trading techniques and technical analysis. I believe Trades has somebody that he went off of and learned a lot of information from, but in my opinion, I think that, reading or listening to audiobooks is definitely the best bet, because you're not just taking up someone else's strategy there, you're learning from them, and then you're also learning the bare minimum, the more educational side of things. So, have you heard of ITG? Have I heard of ITG? No. So these last two stocks, I gotta look at these two. SNDL, I'll look at those two, or that one too. All right, I'm gonna try and address these real quick. So SNDL, I'm gonna have to give a short look at, because I did look at it before. With the quick growth, it kind of bothers me. Any quick growth that it does have, I think it's gonna have a massive sell-off a little bit, but it is having a really wide range candle bar for the time being. But you see a lot of growth here, and once it had that crossover from the 200 EMA to the 15 MA, you're gonna see that there's a lot of growth potential, and it continues to separate. The separation is really great. Now, do I expect a pullback? Yes, I expect a pullback, but not to the magnitude of coming all the way back to the 200 EMA. So it's great to see it consistently be above that, the 15 moving average, above the 200 moving average, but you are going to see that little bit of a pullback. I don't know if it will be at the open, which that kind of always indicates that it will be there. So that would be my opinion on SNDL. You can definitely pick your spot as soon as it opens, whether it will increase or decrease, because it looks like you're getting a lot of orders that come in for sell orders and buy orders. So it's definitely interesting, and hopefully you can pick the right time to actually get in, because it looks like it's upward movement. For IGT, this looks a little bit iffy. As I look at this information, it is above the 200, the 200 moving average is below the 15 moving average, or 200 EMA is below the 15 moving average. It is going back and forth, which indicates that it is a fight, right? But I see this leveling out. I'm not sure exactly what news could come that could bring the stock price up, but you really only see this large increase, and then it fights a little bit and then decreases. So that's what I would see from today, and then all the rest of the days, it's really just level or negative from what I see. So hopefully I can give you good information there. I'm not going to give you any opinion on this. Sorry, I'm not a fan of penny stocks. Not a fan of penny stocks at all. What do you think about Churchill, Tilray? A lot of stuff coming through. OCGN. I was looking at OCGN a while ago. So Well, actually, let me see what that is. Don't worry about what DT said, man. Anyone who watches your stream knows you always address everyone and try your best to fix any queries that are. Yeah, thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that. I try to address as much as possible. You could see the chat moves a little bit fast, and I do have it set to slow chat at 1 minute per like message, but it seems to still come through at like 1 second. So I don't know. Do you dislike penny stocks because of the volatility? It's not because of the volatility. It's because of the quick move to zero that you could have. I had a number of penny stocks that moved to zero on me, and this was in the beginning of my investing life, really. So as I started to get into penny stocks, I was looking at these prices that were below $1 or below one penny, and I was looking to gain 50% or 100% of my money, and it just was something that didn't seem right. I would lose everything every single time. And it was just because maybe I wasn't picking the right moves. And now I have a little bit more information. I can go off this stuff. But yes, it's part volatility. And if I see positive volatility, it does look good for me. And I'm happy about that. But still, it's very tough to take in when you see things that are at a fraction of a penny. That's why. Fire 2 on Yahoo. I spent $20 to get your feed. I figure I watch every AM, so it's best to support. You spend $20 to get my feedback? What do you mean? Like you send super chats in? You don't have to spend a ton of money to get feedback. I mean, I try to address as many people as possible. A lot of times I get to the same people. Sometimes I get to different people. You don't have to pay anything. I mean, I don't want anybody to, you know, come out of their pockets and pay, something that they can't afford. I'm not that type of person. You say something about GME squeeze. Let's go ahead and look at GME and AMC here. So I did upload a video if you want to check out GME and AMC today. I uploaded one on AMC at 7:30 and one on GME at 8:30. So if you want to check out those, please definitely check those out. So let's quickly look at AMC here. Let's start with GME because you asked for GME. So GME, I like to see the volatility here. The thing that I was happy about for both AMC and GME is that they are different. So you look at the movement of the candlesticks, they're different. This is the first time in like how many days that they've been different. So I'm really hype about that, to where GME is actually kind of the complete opposite of what AMC is doing. They're ultimately getting to the same point, maybe being up 1-2% or whatever. But looking at this, do I see any positivity coming out of this? Seeing that crossover, you can see how it indicated that it is going to push up when you do see that crossover. Now it's starting to get close again. Hopefully when we get to the open, it's at the point to where we can, have that skyrocket up, pull away from the 200 moving average, and then be able to gain some money out of it, maybe $60, $65. One of those big pushes that we've seen from the other day. That's what I'm hoping for. So do I think that there's still going to be a squeeze? I think that there's going to be a push. I don't know if there will be a squeeze. I think the ultimate squeeze was what we received when it went up to like $500. I think we will see a big push that will push us up probably at that $200 mark, but I don't know if it will get to $300. I hope that I'm wrong. But seeing like the way things are moving, the interest that's into this, and also the short percentage, it really doesn't sit well with me. So that's that's where my opinion is on GME. What do you think about NIO? NIO, let's see, look at 5 days. NIO actually moves pretty good over the last couple of days. You can see a low point of $53.99. Obviously mainly at the $56.69, a little bit of a low of $56.26, but all the way up to $63 over the last couple of days. So you see a lot of growth. 6% over yesterday, down 0.29% in the pre-market. So you can see that leveling out, and it's getting closer to the 200 moving average. Now, I don't know if this is really close to crossing over. It looks like it's gotten close multiple times, right? Gets close, pushes away, gets close, pushes away. And maybe that's the same thing here. It's getting close and it might push away, and it looks like it's starting to right now. So yeah, history usually dictates what the future will bring. It looks like we have 4 minutes, so I definitely want to focus on AMC and GME after this. I know you don't like penny stocks, but what do you think of companies selling marijuana and mushrooms like mine and OG? I mean, I'm okay with cannabis stocks and things like that. I don't know what their price point is. See, this is a penny, right? Things that are below a penny really scare me. So this was below a penny. If anybody did buy here, they had a lot of growth here. And this always gets to me because I'm like, this has so much potential, even from just a penny or below a penny growing to a penny. That's like thousands of percent that you're growing up. So it's a lot that you're moving, So I feel like these have so much potential, and I like how it's moving, but it just scares me. Something that's that low, it can go to zero very fast. But it looks like it has a long-term potential of being, very long-term potential. I don't know if it will stay up at that price. You might have a pullback as it starts to lose interest, but it looks like it's going to be a slow grower or even a fast grower at times. So yeah, that would be my opinion. We're going to continue to watch this market. We have 3,400 people in here. Get this over 2,000 likes. That would be amazing. Focus on AMC and GME. I clicked on this video because of those stocks. Yeah, I understand. I totally understand. I just want to support some of the people that are sending super chats and some of the other questions that people ask. So yeah, let's focus on AMC and GME. AMC right now is up 3% in the pre-market. GME is up just 0.4% in the pre-market. Hopefully we can see some really great movement here. I love the fact that AMC has a lot of this volatility. It looks like it's pulling out of that bottom that it was at, the $5.26 mark. So hopefully we can continue to have positivity up there. Hopefully we can see this cross back over, because like I've said, you see the 200 moving average crossing over the 15 moving average, or 200 EMA over the 15 moving average, and you could see the price jump up to about $6. Resist the $6 mark, and then come back a little bit and continue to come back to about the $5.70 mark. So hopefully we can see some positive movement here. I think we're going to have a lot of buyers. You see we have 25,000 buyers here. Hopefully you can see this. 25,000 orders here at the $5.65 mark. Orders at $5.67. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. GME definitely has more volatility as well. It is still more of a downward movement, but they've never really had too much volatility since the stock price was a little bit higher. It had less people interested in the price. But now that it's getting closer to the open, I think that this may cross over, and that's what I want to see. So let's wait for that to happen. We have 3,500 people in here. We're almost at 2,000 likes. Hit that like button, get it above that 2,000 mark. What do I think about AMC having 15% SI on the New York Stock Exchange? Matt, keep up the good work. I like your analysis. Everybody has constant winnings. Weeks up. It moved. AMC and GME is, come on, loss for many. All right, so it looks like the market is open. Let's continue to see how this moves. So it's starting to decrease. You see a little bit of a decrease. It looks like AMC is actually pushing up a little bit of that positive movement. So far, 4 million in volume, 4.8, 5 million basically in volume. GME is moving downward a little bit. It opened at $50.77. My total loss went up. My total loss went down. The amount that I'm making today is $420, but the total that I'm down is around 8,000. So yeah, let's continue to push that AMC price up. So that looks like it's making a little bit of a move, a little bit of a run. We're hoping that we can see a positive run here for both of them. This is not looking like a positive run. These are 5-minute candlesticks. Let's go ahead and look at the 1-minute candlesticks. 1-minute candlesticks just look a little bit better, right? What is your plan when you decide to cut losses at AMC, when you decide to take profits on AMC? I decide to take profits on AMC at the $20 mark or around the $20 mark, depending if it pulls back from like 17 or so eventually. But my loss, I actually expect to hold on to them for a while because I believe it is going to be a gainer. So I'll be holding on to them for quite some time if they don't hit the $20 mark soon. Yeah, we need that to push up. GME looks like it's moving backwards a little bit, going down to that $50 mark. Really, really pushing down. Really has a sell-off. Wow, almost below. We have a lot of sell orders. We have a lot of buy orders at $50. There's a lot of people that are interested at $50. A lot of sell orders at $50.01. It looks like we may be pushing lower. Yep, there we go. We push lower. Why are analysts saying GME will settle at the $30 range? They're saying that because I believe that's what they're thinking. They're getting close to pre-COVID prices. So that's what they're thinking here. We want to see this cross back over and have the EMA under the 15 moving average here. We had an increase, a large push down, and then now it's starting to increase again. So loving the volatility. Want to see some better movement here. Want to see some upward movement. GME is definitely tanking. GME is definitely moving down. But AMC is still positive. It's moving down, but it's still positive. It's close to getting back to where it was. But a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm getting into AMC if it hits $5. People are saying I'm getting into AMC if it hits $4, whatever it actually is. But the ultimate goal is that GME is tanking. SNDL is going crazy. We have 2,000 likes. Thank you for getting there, for getting me there. I appreciate that. Hold everything. Continue to hold. Continue to. We don't know what the interest or what the short percentage is telling us if it's positive news or negative news. And maybe this is a portion of that. If a lot of people are seeing that it's 15% or whatever it actually is, they're taking it as negative news. So it looks like AMC pushing down even more. It's pushing down past. It's really settling around that 550 mark. Really settling around that 550 mark. But you have GME that's really pushing down at $47.20. So you have a lot of downward movement here from $50. It opened at $50.77 all the way down to $47. It continues to go down every single day. The volatility in the pre-market definitely looked good. But both AMC and GME are definitely taking a hit. And why are they taking this hit? Doesn't make sense to me. Look at these buy walls. You have 11,000 orders, 10,000 orders, 13,000 orders, people that want to buy at $5.27, people that want to buy at $5.25. We should be seeing a lot of people wanting to buy into this, but we're seeing a lot of sells at these low prices. Makes me think that people buy high and sell low, right? Yeah, GME is down 5%. AMC is now down 0.3%. It pushed past that 550 mark. I'm about to buy more. There's a lot of people that think they should buy more, you know? Oh, you poor man. GME, you were hope. Why we hold. Can you move your cam so we can see the orders? I can shrink it, I think. Is that good? Let me know. I think you could see the orders there. Or do you want to see all the way up there? I mean, I could bring this down. You know, that's what I'll do. I'll bring it down. So yeah, I brought it down there. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my screen back up so I'm not just a little picture on the screen. Yeah, there we go. All right, we have 3,900 people in here, 4,000 people in here. Please hit that like button. What tool is that? It's the Webull tool, the Webull platform. If you go down in the description, you can click on my Webull link. You can get free stocks if you sign up and deposit $100. So yeah, definitely check that out. Manipulation, laddering. Yeah, it does not make sense why people would sell at these low prices, but if people can buy at lower prices, that makes it amazing for a lot of people. There's so many orders that want to come in at lower prices, and even to the point to where I've seen people that were going to put, you know, thousands of dollars into this, like tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars into this if it goes lower. AMC is being halted. It's starting to push back up. You can see it really push back up. GME is still, you know, at that dive point, but it's starting to, you know, move back up. It's being oversold at this point. You can see that oversold a little bit, and now it's starting to push up. So we can really see what we're made of as buyers. So yeah, you can see these orders down here. Let me know if you have trouble seeing these orders right here. I think I can maybe increase this. You know what? I'll do that. Increase this so you can see all of the orders that are coming through. So let me know if you have trouble seeing this. But yeah, that's basically what you can see. We have a lot of buy orders that are coming in, but we have a lot of sell orders that are coming in at this $5.80 mark. GME is still on its way down. Let's see what Tilray is doing. Tilray's up 42%. I told you it was going to have a decrease right from the start. It made no sense why they wouldn't. They had a large increase here. Hopefully you got in at one of these lows and you can ride it on the way up, because I think you will see a W here, which will indicate that it's going to go up. So hopefully you got into Tilray at these low points, but I knew that it was going to dip down. It made no sense with this rapid increase. The amount of people that were ready to sell at the $60 mark, $68 mark, yeah. There's a lot of people. Dom is up 8%, had a large increase, people sold off, and now it's starting to increase again. Hopefully you're getting some good movement here. It looks like OCGN is down again. So people are starting to sell off, but you do have a little bit of interest here. So people are starting to buy into it a little bit more. But that was a huge position you could have gotten into. Looks like AMC is actually making a good move, a decent move upward. we needed to push past that $6 mark. We have a lot of sell points here at $5.89 and $5.80. But we have a lot of buy orders, as you can see, at $5.48, $5.39, $38. People want to buy low and obviously sell a little bit higher. So this is a little bit interesting. Here's it. Can you recreate the format previous? File total tab and add pivots. Okay, I can do that. Let's see. So AMC is now pulling back, so it's now up 1%. We have 3,900 people. Make sure you hit that like button if you have time. I think we can wait 50 minutes. What does that mean? Cannabis stock best to buy in 2021. It looks like a lot of people are actually getting into that. Now, like I said, Tilray is now taking a continuous dive here. Wow, that's moving downward. Find that low. It's coming back to the 200 moving average. I was wrong here by saying that it wouldn't come back to the 200 moving average, but it is coming back to the 200 moving average and really coming back to where, you know, where the norm is. That's very interesting. A lot of people are selling off. A ton of people that are selling off here. You know, you have a lot of buy orders at that $54 mark, though. Not as many sell orders here. You have a number of people that are putting in these orders. Wow, 3,000 orders at 53, 4,000 orders. So it continuously moves. Hopefully you can catch a lot of this stuff. I just bought AMC. I bought 20 more of AMC shares. That's great. What about physical silver? Not going to get into that. Why do people still think AMC will take off over $20? There's a lot of signs that tell you that AMC will take off. They still have a higher short percentage. They still have a lot of buyers, a lot of people that are holding, which doesn't make sense. So the price is going to continuously increase because of what's happening with this short laddering as well. It's not people selling off. There's no way. I've seen nobody say that I'm selling off at $6. If you are a person that sold at $6 or $5.76, let me know. It looks like they're strategically placed. Look at that. Placed, you have walls placed here in order to bring down this. This is what I call a ladder. Look at this. It creates a ladder so that you have these stepping stools in order to block buyers from coming up. So whether we have all of these placed, it still creates that ladder here downward. So we have 3,900. Please hit that like button. I think it hasn't moved much. 2,200 likes. You guys are amazing. Yeah, AMC is so low. It's really low. Tilray going to 42, if you don't know. Tilray is definitely moving downward, but it is having a little bit of an uptick here. But yeah, that 200 moving average. I don't know if you will see that cross back over. It might get close to it. So if the 15 moving average gets close to it, I don't believe that it will pass this. Now the price definitely passed it, but I don't believe the 15 moving average will pass it. Just getting here. What's up with the GME? GME is definitely moving downward. It's down 6%, which doesn't really make sense with all these buy orders that are coming in. You have a ton of buy orders at these low prices, ready to push this price up. But I have no idea what's going on with GME. I thought we were going to see a little bit of positive movement with the amount of volatility that we've seen in the pre-market. It definitely looks good. When it comes to GME, though, it's not that. It's downhill. Now, this is the first 30 minutes. You may see a recovery, but I don't know how much you actually recover to, because we're at $47. Basically, we have to get up to $50.77 in order to break even on the day, and then obviously have that push up towards the end of the day. Any good news? Is there a lack of interest in GME? I've seen a number of people say that they're not interested in GME anymore, but I also seen a bunch of people say the same thing about AMC, that they want to stop talking about these two. What do you think about the stock NIO? Basically Chinese Tesla. We do want to focus on AMC and GME, but let me type it in. Seems like they're definitely making a move here in the first 30 minutes here, but they were leveled out through the pre-market. Let's look at a 100,000 foot view. A lot of volatility here. Love the volatility. It's definitely great for a day trader if you wanted to get in and get out at different prices. See when it's overbought and then end up shorting the shares, or see when it's oversold and end up buying some shares in order to drive that price up. But it definitely has a lot of volatility here, a lot of positive movement in the last couple of days, but it's something that I would consider more of a swing trade and something that's a long-term trade, unless I look at the 100,000 foot view and it looks different. It is a slow upward moving stock. So if you invested somewhere down here months ago, then you'll be able to gain some profit after that $66. Now it's not something that's crazy long term, right? You would expect long term to be over a year, but longer term than worrying about day trade or swing trading. So it definitely has a lot of volatility. A lot of people can get interested in the movement here. But yeah, it is a slow grower, and I would say that it's something that you could get into and continue to ride it on the way up. Even if you're investing at the upper portions here, and just ride it on the way up, ride it down a little bit on the way up. So it's interesting. I'm very hungry. I need to get a snack. So I'm streaming for another 12 minutes. So hopefully something happens here. I'm hoping that we see a large kick. GME is pretty much leveling out here. Let's see what today's doing. Pretty much leveling out here. It's sticking around that, the $46 of a low. Let me know, are people losing interest in GME? Talking about AMC. Come on, people. Please buy ZOM. Look at it. You make money. Yeah, ZOM is definitely moving. I've made a video on ZOM 100%. I think ZOM definitely has potential. And it moves fast at times, but mainly I see some slow growth uphill. But it does move. Like I said, it does move. So I agree with you, moving 14% today. So if you're interested, definitely go into ZOM, but you might want to wait for a point to where it consolidates, to where it actually settles, comes back, because you don't want to buy on the uptick and end up losing money right from the start. Tilray is up 44%. It's starting to move back up. So you can see that 15 moving average starting to like pivot and go backwards. You do see kind of a pullback here. A lot of buy orders around that $60 mark. So yeah, looks interesting. Very oversold here, like I said, and I knew it was going to fall, and it did fall. I just didn't know when it was going to come back. I was hoping that it would come back from here. It started to, but then fell again. So starting to create this W formation for GME, and it seems like every time we create a W formation, it does not mean anything. It is being oversold at this point, well below 30 on the RSI, if it does update. Yeah, well below 30 on the RSI at 23, all the way down here is at 10 or something. Yeah, 16. I might be wrong. 11, something like that. So yeah. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that a lot. I'm still interested in GME. So you still are interested. Okay, that's good. That some people are interested, but I haven't seen much. Why are you only watching, or do you trade too? I trade on Fidelity right now. That's where most of my investments on GME and AMC are. Right now, I really only hold, I can't remember how many shares it is. I really only hold 40 something shares on Webull of AMC and GME. But eventually, when this is over, I will do my live trading on there. But I obviously have to see this positivity come from both of AMC and GME here. But yeah, I understand what you mean. I watch it, but I also trade, because right now I'm looking to sell. I have my sell order in for GME at $96. And my sell, I don't have a sell order in for AMC, but my target is $20, somewhere around that. Thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on this position? Very fast grower. Like I've told people before, I'm not a fan of penny stocks, but I can always make the move as I start to really review a lot of them, especially with smaller dollar amounts that I don't really care about losing. And then potential of gaining a lot more money on it. So maybe potential of gaining $100, and then I could possibly lose that money that I have in there. So let's see. So this position has a very strong upward movement from basically this mark. Let's go from here. Basically this $51 mark all the way up to the $65 mark. Or 65. Oh, 0.0654 cents. Sorry. And it just doesn't. I just don't like dealing with these. You have positive movement, which is great, but I don't really have true thoughts on penny stocks. It really doesn't sit well with me. It just don't. Like, a lot of times they move too much, and if they move in a negative way, then it just goes against you a lot. So I can't really give you a true opinion on this. Definitely looks like a grower. It doesn't hurt to put some money in there. Right now, it's definitely at a high point, to where a lot of people are investing in this. So you might see something collapse after, a little bit. But I don't have much information on here. I can't look at the order book. I can't look at all that stuff. So I don't have much to go off of. AMC is up 0.4%, 0.3%. Not looking good here. Thought we would see some positive movement with all of the short percentages coming out. But then again, you could also see negative movement with all the different percentages that they have, which kind of implies that there may be some manipulation in some cases. I'm very tired if you haven't seen. Where's the facepalm thumbnail? It'll be here later today, I'll tell you that. The way that things are moving, I'll be just like this. Crypto exchange taking interest away. Thank you, Robin Hood. Okay, what does that mean? So with the fact that crypto is growing, is taking interest away from GME and AMC, is that what you're saying? There's no short, there's no value. Just get the fuck out. Well, I mean, that's your opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, right? What's the AMC short interest? This is what I got. So I went on Wall Street Bets because I pulled numbers from from Market Watch, which seems like they're pulling the Wall Street Journal numbers. But I quoted the 66% for AMC and 41% for GME. So I was excited to report that because that's a little bit higher. It's not crazy high, but for FINRA, it showed 78% and 15% for GME, which I know that 15% is not right here. And they said it's a possibility to be 38%, but then you look at Fintel and it shows 44% or 68%, and that's closer to what the Wall Street Journal says. So I take 2 to 1 and think that it's around that 66, 67, 68 percentage for AMC. So that's what I'm looking at. But then again, there's a lot of people that are talking about it's different numbers. There's people coming out with a 78% number. So yeah. But yeah, right now it's a really big loss for me. That's why I'm not going to sit here and just get out, because AMC is the biggest loss. I believe that's like 6,000. GME is like 2,000 or so. Might be a little bit more now, maybe. Yeah, because it pushed down to $49, so it might be a little bit more now. But we'll continue to watch this, continue to wait for that spike to really push up. FINRA is a self-reported, so not reliable. Okay, all right, good to know. Watch on the rise. SNDL doing numbers, GameStop. Okay, we have about 3 minutes left. Can GME still squeeze? I don't believe it's going to be a squeeze. I think it's just going to be a couple of pops here and there, but I don't think it's going to be a huge squeeze. What do you think of $20 calls for this Friday on AMC? I don't know about that. It's really unpredictable to say whether it is going to get to that point. But isn't there a large portion of dollars on these $20 calls for Friday? Is it the 12th? What's today, Wednesday? Yeah, the 12th. So yeah, I mean, what do I think about it? I think it's interesting. I just don't know if it's 100% true. I mean, it's 2 days to really grow, which it can. It's just something that hasn't been shown. Like, it's showing that it will not grow that much that quick. So yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm done with this stream. I have to stop with this because I need to get some things done. But we'll see how the rest of the day goes. It looks like GME is making a move back up, which is definitely a good thing instead of being at that low point. That's what I want to see, is all the positive movement here and continue to buy in because obviously I hold on to it and I want to sell around that $96 mark. So I'll continue to watch it as I'm going through the day. AMC is starting to push back down, which just is concerning. It just doesn't make sense. We have a lot of buy orders around that $5.50 mark, a lot of buy orders at $5.30 mark. So I feel like this price is still going to go up. AMC has a lot more potential than GME does, but GME is definitely pushing up a lot more than what AMC is actually pushing up. So if people were able to invest at that $46 mark, they can make a decent profit selling somewhere around here. So that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you can check out some of my other videos that I posted today at 7:30 and 8:30 about GME and what my thoughts are, what the predictions are, and even into today, I'll start to go through a lot of that information later. So after the market closes, I'll make sure to see what happened in my account. Also, what I think is going to happen. It looks like GME is they were really making a push. They're really pushing up here. So that's definitely interesting. But yeah, I have to end the stream here. Oh my goodness. Hold up. They're making a move here. They're making a really big move here. So now it just pushed to positive for the day. It's up 1%. It might make a bigger move. It's up 2% now. pushing 3%. AMC is also pushing up. Now it's up 2% there. Wow, there's a big move here. Really big move. You can see that push up a lot. It's up to 3%. AMC is up to 2%. I definitely have my sights set on that $96 mark. Let's see if it can continue to push up. It's looking like it's making some really big moves right now. Just give me like 5 minutes. I need to make sure that things settle. So yeah, it does look like it's moving up. I'll definitely keep an eye on it. You can see that it's moving up. It's making a lot of moves. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Yes, 5% here. Wow, I'm pushing 6%. We have AMC that's making moves. That's starting to come back though. Seeing a lot of sell orders coming in. People that are rejecting that $5.70 mark, but you see a lot of sell orders coming in. 28,000 at 550. So they're hoping that it gets down there. You also have 8% for GME. That's really pushing up. So yeah, I feel like we're gonna see, if we see a large pop here and it gets to 70 something, then that might be potential, because what we're gonna see is a large decrease soon. But then, because right now it's being overbought. So if it's being overbought, it's definitely going to sell around that a little bit higher. So yeah, it's starting to sell off. You see a lot of sell orders coming in. A lot of sell orders coming in. A lot of buy orders coming in. Sorry that I'm going over here. It's definitely making a move. Definitely making a move. This is something you have to pay attention to here. I'll put in a little bit more hours at work because I need to look at this for the next 10 minutes. Continue to push up. So we're up 13%. 13% today. Looking good. Up 5% on AMC. It's pushing down a little bit, or pulling down. That's not good. So is GME. Hopefully we can fight that. We have a lot of buy orders coming in. 1,200 buy orders, 1,200, 1,300. A lot of buy orders, a lot of sell orders as well. A lot of people that probably bought at this $46 mark looking to just make a profit. Let's continue to push this price up. Fight it. We have to fight it here. You downloaded Webull for free yesterday. That's really good. Come on, GME. All right, so I will continue to navigate through this, but I have to stop streaming. I'm sorry, guys, that I'm leaving. I'll make sure to give an update on exactly what happens, but it's starting to push back down. I'm really interested in this. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button on the way out. Let's continue to, hopefully this can really push up and gain something here, but it looks like it's starting to consolidate. Hopefully we consolidate here, and then tomorrow we can grow a little bit more, and we can grow a little bit more. I'm looking for the positivity. AMC is looking really good. GME is looking really good. Gained $1,000 today on that, so that looks really good. Let's continue to push this up. But I'm gonna get out of here, so make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you check out some of the links down below. Also, if you want to sign up for Webull, the link is down there. Sign up for it, get free stocks if you deposit $100. But I have to go. I'm sorry that everybody's telling me, you know, don't go, but I have to go here. So it's making a turn, but hopefully we see some positivity. So I'll see you guys later in the afternoon, somewhere around 4:30, maybe 5. I don't know, but I'll see you then.